What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the different types of accounts that you can open with Questrade. I'm going to tell you about the benefits and drawbacks to each account so that you can choose the one that's best for you. Here is everything you need to know. Let's go. Okay, so real quick, if you decide to open an account with Questrade at any point, definitely consider using the link in the description to this video because it will give you $50 in free trading commissions when you open an account. That is the fee that you pay to buy and sell a stock, for instance, and you get $50 completely free when you use that link. Otherwise, if you just go to the website and open an account, you got to pay for it. But this is what the website looks like. If you go to questrade.com or you use that link, it will take you to this homepage. And if you want to open an account, you just click on this green button in the top right hand corner, and when you click on that button, it will take you here, and this is where you choose your account type. Now, in the main page here, it gives you 4 different options. The first one here is margin account and then tax-free savings account, also known as your TFSA. You also have your retirement savings plan, RSP. Now, I have double checked and triple checked on this one, and this is classified as a registered retirement savings plan, or RRSP. I do have an account open, and I can confirm that this is an RRSP. We'll talk about the tax benefits of that in 1 minute there. And then the last account here is Forex and CFDs. So let's start with margin. That's what we're going to dive into first. And let's just start with that because it's number 1. So a margin account is your basic and simple and regular trading account. It has no tax benefits. So everything you do in that account is going to have to go through normal tax and accounting procedures. So if you make a bunch of money, you're going to have to pay capital gains. If you bring in dividends, you're going to have to pay tax on that. And so this is just kind of your cookie cutter basic trading account. But what's nice about this is it allows you to borrow money from Questrade. And so depending on what type of securities you're investing in and how much money you have in your account, Questrade will allow you to borrow money from them to basically expand your buying power. And that's called leverage and margin. And that's how you can basically increase the amount of money that you're trading with, even though you only have X amount in your account. So this is a really, really good account if you plan to be a full-time trader, if you're a day trader, if you're always in the markets, and if you've maxed out your tax-free savings account in your RRSP, you're probably going to have to open a margin account at some point. So this is what the margin account is like. It's really good for day trading and swing trading. If you have to do your long-term investing in there, you are going to have to pay taxes on it. So there are some better options if you still have the room. We're going to talk about that in 1 minute though. The last benefit of the margin account is that you do have some access to a couple more benefits, such as advanced order types. Now, if you're a long-term investor, a fundamental investor, or just kind of a value investor, probably doesn't really matter to you. And so in those cases, that's where you might want to look at a tax-free savings account. Now, the advantage of the tax-free savings account is that you pay no tax on capital gains. So if you invest $100 into Apple today, 10 years from now, that's worth $1,000. You pull that money out. You do not have to pay capital gains on that money that you are pulling out. If you were pulling that money out of a margin account, you would have to pay capital gains on that money. So that is the advantage of the tax-free savings account. However, there is a contribution limit every single year. In 2021, I believe it's around $6,000. So that's the maximum amount that you can put in this year. And if it grows, you can pull it out at any time in the future. And the nice thing about it is that it will be completely tax-free. Now, the downside to a TFSA account is that there is no borrowing, there is no margin, and so you can't really do a whole lot of leverage or margin in this account, and it's not really designed for day trading. It's designed for long-term growth, and so if you're a long-term or you're saving for something big or a big purchase, this could be the right account for you. It's designed for long-term growth because you don't have to pay capital gains on the investments that you make. The other advantage of the TFSA on Questrade is that there's no annual fees, so it's really, really low maintenance and it's not going to eat away at you, which is really nice. Okay, now the next account that I want to talk about here is the RRSP, or the Registered Retirement Savings Plan. Now on Questrade, it only says RSP, but once you open an account, it does say RRSP. I don't know why they do that, but that's just how it's set up right now as I make this video in June 2021. Now, the advantage of the RRSP is that you get tax deductions for the contributions you make into that account. Now, the amount of money that you can contribute into that account basically gets added up each year based on 18% of your annual income up to a maximum of about $27,000, I believe it is. So imagine 18% of your income every year since you turned 18 basically gets added up, and that's how much your maximum contribution amount is for your RRSP. The advantage here is that when you contribute to your RRSP, meaning putting money into your RRSP account that you open with Questrade using the link in the description, that money that you contribute to the RSP gets deducted from your income, and it means that you pay less tax at the end of the year. So if you make $100,000 and you contribute $20,000 to your RSP, you'll only have to pay tax at the end of the year on $80,000, meaning that if your tax is being done appropriately throughout the year, you'll get a nice return at the end of the year, because you will have paid too much tax. You will have paid tax on $100K, when in reality, you only needed to pay tax on $80K because of that contribution. Now, there is a downside to the RRSP. Again, there is no borrowing here, but the advantage with the RRSP is that there is also no withholding tax on US dividends. So this is one of the big differences between the RRSP and the TFSA, is that if you hold a US company that pays dividends, you will not have to pay US withholding tax on those dividends if they're in an RRSP. That withholding tax is about 15%, and it comes off automatically before you ever see any of the money. But in the RRSP, it does not come off, whereas in the TFSA, you do have to pay withholding tax on US dividends. Now, again, with the RRSP on Questrade, there is no annual fee, so it's really, really nice for the long-term investor. Now, the last account we're going to talk about is the Forex account. Again, there's no tax benefit here, but what's nice about Forex is that you now have access to trade currencies from around the world, around the globe, and the currency market is open 24 hours per day. So if you're a midnight owl and you like to trade either late in the afternoon or late at night, this could be the right solution for you, because this market is open 24 hours a day. Now, which one is right for you? Well, it kind of depends, and honestly, you can kind of mix and match. I do personally, and I'll tell you exactly what I do here in just one second. But in general terms, your rule of thumb kind of terms here, if you're a long-term growth investor, max out your TFSA first. If you're a dividend investor, you do have a slight advantage. If you're going to buy US dividend stocks, there is a slight advantage to hold them in your RRSP. Now, if you're day trading, I highly recommend you use a margin account, especially if that's your full-time job. That's what you do, and that's basically how you make your income. You should be doing that in a margin account. You can make some day trades into TFSA, but don't let it become your main source of income and your main job. Then you're crossing kind of the line there. Now, the Forex account is specifically designed for trading different currencies, so if that's what you're into and the kind of trading that you like to do, then that's the type of account you should be looking for. Now, like I said before, link is in the description down below for $50 and free commissions. Now, what do I do? What do I personally do with my money? Number one, my number one goal every year is to max out my TFSA account with long-term growth stocks. I'm a young guy, so I've got lots of time before I actually need that money. So my goal is to invest in high growth stocks that are going to be worth drastically more 10, 20, 30 years from now, because when I pull that money out, it is completely tax-free, and that's the kind of money that you like. Now, the second thing that I do with my money is I max out my RRSP account. This is really nice because when I max out my RRSP account, it reduces my tax burden each year and I get a nice refund. So that's absolutely fantastic. And then I can invest that money again. And it's kind of like the government is paying me to save for retirement. It's like the best situation ever. So the RRSP account in Canada is absolutely fantastic. And then all of my extra money, once I've maxed out my TFSA and my RRSP account, I put that money into my margin account so that I can swing trade and day trade and make kind of private investments and do whatever I'd like with that money. But I know that my long-term investments are going to be in my TFSA and my RRSP, and then everything else is kind of my fun money that I like to basically swing in and out of the market with. Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about how to actually choose the companies, make your investments, and get in and out of these stocks, then definitely consider signing up for my Stock Market Fundamentals course. It's completely free for 2 weeks when you sign up on Skillshare. The link is in the description to this video. The course is over 9 hours long. There's over 6,000 students that have gone through the course, and I promise you it'll be the best resource you can find online. It walks you through step by step everything you need to know. Again, it's hosted on Skillshare. Links are in the description to this video, and I would love to share it with you. Alright, now that's it for this video. If you got any value out of it, remember to click that like and subscribe button. And if you're looking for more content on Questrade, definitely check out my channel. I've got lots of videos that walk you through everything you need to know. And we'll see you in the next one. Good luck trading. Good luck investing. Talk to you soon.